A robust culture of compliance is vital for maintaining public trust, investor confidence, and the integrity of the gaming industry. It demonstrates a commitment to ethical behavior, regulatory adherence, and responsible gaming practices, thereby enhancing the industry's reputation and credibility. Additionally, such a culture helps identify and mitigate risks associated with regulatory non-compliance, financial impropriety, and criminal activities, fostering operational efficiency and reducing the likelihood of costly fines, legal disputes, and reputational damage. It is important to understand the different roles of these stakeholders. Law enforcement agencies play a pivotal role in fostering a culture of compliance through partnership and cooperation with casino operators and gaming commissions. They provide expertise in surveillance, investigation, and enforcement, helping identify and deter criminal activities within the gaming industry. Additionally, they offer education and training programs to casino staff, highlighting the importance of compliance, ethical conduct, and cooperation with law enforcement authorities. Through public awareness campaigns, law enforcement agencies educate stakeholders about the consequences of non-compliance and the benefits of ethical behavior, fostering transparency and accountability within the gaming industry. Casino operators are instrumental in setting the tone for compliance culture through leadership, commitment, and accountability. They establish clear policies, procedures, and codes of conduct that prioritize regulatory compliance, integrity, and responsible gaming. Investing in comprehensive training and development programs, casino operators educate employees about regulatory requirements, ethical standards, and their roles in compliance. They empower staff to act as ambassadors of compliance, fostering a culture of vigilance, diligence, and ethical decision-making throughout the organization. Additionally, casino operators implement robust systems for monitoring, measuring, and reporting compliance metrics, enabling real-time oversight and corrective action. Gaming commissions serve as regulatory authorities responsible for overseeing and enforcing compliance with gaming laws, regulations, and standards. They establish clear guidelines, standards, and enforcement mechanisms to promote a culture of compliance within the gaming industry. Issuing licenses and certifications to casino operators, vendors, and employees, gaming commissions subject them to rigorous background checks, suitability assessments, and ongoing compliance requirements. They set high standards of integrity, honesty, and competence, ensuring that only qualified individuals and entities are permitted to participate in the gaming industry. Additionally, gaming commissions have the authority to investigate allegations of regulatory violations, impose sanctions, and revoke licenses for non-compliance. Collaborating closely with law enforcement agencies and casino operators, they conduct audits, inspections, and enforcement actions, holding accountable those who fail to uphold regulatory standards. There are a number of ways that these different stakeholders can work together to enhance the compliance landscape. Recognizing the importance of a well-trained workforce, law enforcement agencies can conduct training sessions and workshops for casino staff. These programs cover a range of topics, including recognizing suspicious behavior, complying with regulatory requirements, and reporting incidents to authorities. By empowering casino employees with knowledge and skills, law enforcement agencies enhance the industry's ability to detect and prevent regulatory violations. Casino operators collaborate with law enforcement agencies and gaming commissions to develop customized training materials and educational resources tailored to the specific needs of the gaming industry. These initiatives aim to promote a culture of compliance, ethical behavior, and responsible gaming among casino employees. Gaming commissions play a vital role in facilitating joint training initiatives, bringing together law enforcement personnel, casino employees, and regulatory officials. Through collaborative training programs, stakeholders share best practices, case studies, and regulatory updates, fostering a culture of continuous learning and improvement within the gaming industry. To address complex compliance issues and regulatory challenges, law enforcement agencies, casino operators, and gaming commissions establish task forces and working groups. These collaborative forums provide a platform for stakeholders to exchange ideas, share insights, and develop proactive strategies for enhancing compliance and security across the industry. Task forces may focus on specific areas such as money laundering, underage gambling, responsible gaming, or cybercrime. By pooling resources, expertise, and intelligence, stakeholders can identify emerging threats, develop targeted interventions, and coordinate enforcement actions to safeguard the integrity of the gaming experience. Working groups facilitate ongoing dialogue and collaboration between law enforcement agencies, casino operators, and gaming commissions. Through regular meetings, stakeholders discuss compliance trends, regulatory developments, and industry best practices, driving continuous improvement and innovation within the gaming industry. Gaming commissions conduct regular audits and inspections of casino operations to ensure compliance with licensing requirements, gaming regulations, and industry standards. These compliance monitoring activities provide assurance that casino operators are adhering to applicable laws and regulations, maintaining the integrity of gaming operations and safeguarding the interests of patrons. Law enforcement agencies may participate in compliance monitoring activities, providing expertise in surveillance, investigation, and enforcement. By collaborating with gaming commissions and casino operators, law enforcement agencies can identify and address regulatory violations, criminal activities, and breaches of public trust within the gaming industry. Casino operators cooperate with gaming commissions and law enforcement agencies to facilitate compliance audits, providing access to facilities, records, and personnel as needed. By demonstrating transparency and accountability, casino operators strengthen trust and confidence in their compliance efforts, promoting a culture of integrity and responsibility within the gaming industry. Law enforcement agencies can work closely with gaming commissions and casino operators to investigate allegations of regulatory violations, criminal activities, and breaches of public trust within the gaming industry. Through collaborative efforts, stakeholders can gather evidence, conduct investigations, and pursue enforcement actions against individuals or entities found in violation of gaming regulations. Gaming commissions have the authority to impose sanctions, revoke licenses, or take legal action against operators found in violation of gaming regulations or engaging in unlawful activities. By enforcing regulatory standards and holding accountable those who fail to comply, gaming commissions safeguard the integrity of the gaming industry and protect the interests of patrons and stakeholders. Differences in legal frameworks and regulations across jurisdictions present significant challenges to collaboration. Each entity operates within its own legal constraints, including laws governing data sharing, privacy, and jurisdictional authority. Harmonizing these diverse legal requirements and navigating complex regulatory environments can be daunting, hindering effective collaboration efforts. Law enforcement agencies, casino operators, and gaming commissions often have distinct organizational cultures, priorities, and objectives. Law enforcement agencies may prioritize criminal investigations and public safety, while casino operators focus on customer experience and profitability. Gaming commissions, on the other hand, aim to uphold regulatory standards and protect public interests. Misalignment of goals and values among stakeholders can lead to conflicts of interest and hinder collaboration efforts. Legal restrictions, privacy concerns, and confidentiality requirements pose challenges to information sharing among stakeholders. Law enforcement agencies must adhere to strict protocols for sharing sensitive information, particularly when it pertains to ongoing investigations or confidential sources. Similarly, casino operators are bound by privacy regulations and contractual obligations to protect customer data. Finding the right balance between transparency and data protection is essential for effective collaboration. Limited resources, including budgetary constraints, staffing shortages, and technological limitations, can impede collaboration efforts. Law enforcement agencies may lack the manpower or specialized expertise required to investigate complex regulatory violations within the gaming industry. Similarly, casino operators and gaming commissions may face resource constraints that limit their capacity to implement compliance initiatives, conduct audits, or invest in technological solutions. Effective communication is crucial for successful collaboration, but communication barriers can hinder understanding and coordination among stakeholders. Language differences, cultural norms, and communication styles may create misunderstandings or misinterpretations, particularly in multicultural environments or diverse jurisdictions. Clear and consistent communication channels, along with cultural sensitivity training, can help overcome these challenges. Building trust and accountability among stakeholders is essential for fostering collaboration and cooperation. Past conflicts, misunderstandings, or perceived biases may erode trust and hinder efforts to work together effectively. Establishing mechanisms for transparency, accountability, and mutual respect can help rebuild trust and strengthen collaboration over time. The gaming industry is highly competitive, with casino operators vying for market share and gaming commissions striving to uphold regulatory standards. Competition among stakeholders may create tensions and reluctance to share information or resources. Balancing competitive interests with the collective goal of promoting compliance and protecting public interests requires careful negotiation and collaboration. Resistance to change within organizations can impede collaboration efforts. Stakeholders may be reluctant to adopt new practices, technologies, or processes that challenge existing norms or threaten their autonomy. Overcoming resistance to change requires effective change management strategies, stakeholder engagement, and clear communication of the benefits of collaboration. Compliance with legal and ethical standards is paramount in collaborative efforts, but navigating complex legal and ethical considerations can be challenging. Stakeholders must adhere to regulatory requirements, ethical principles, and professional standards while collaborating effectively. Establishing clear guidelines, protocols, and mechanisms for addressing legal and ethical concerns can help mitigate risks and promote ethical behavior among stakeholders. Political pressures, interference, or conflicts of interest may impact collaboration efforts within the gaming industry. Stakeholders must navigate political dynamics carefully to avoid undue influence or bias in decision-making processes. Upholding the integrity of collaborative efforts requires transparency, accountability, and adherence to legal and ethical standards, even in the face of political challenges. Addressing these challenges requires a proactive approach from all stakeholders. Building trust, fostering open communication, and establishing clear protocols and mechanisms for collaboration are essential for overcoming barriers and promoting effective cooperation among law enforcement agencies, casino operators, and gaming commissions. By working together, stakeholders can enhance their capacity to address compliance challenges, uphold industry standards, and protect the integrity of the gaming industry.